The following high school sports is a free service of Withers Broadcasting.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Who run this? Let's go!
This season of Cape Central Tigers football is brought to you by MRV Banks, Cape Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau Honda, Garber's Menswear, Stone Mountain Flooring, Banterra Bank, and DollarSavingDeals.com. Let's send it down to Ryan Winkler for all your play-by-play action on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers are going to take on the St. Charles West Warriors here tonight in the first home game of the season. And Chandler, the Tigers 1-0 coming into this one. St. Charles West 0-1. The Tigers won 21-6. 21-6 last week. And the Warriors lost big to St. Dominic 51-7. So a bit of a rough week for the Warriors. Last week, talk about it with Coach Gibbs here in a little bit when we go do the pregame interview, but, you know, kind of a rough week for the Tigers as well last week with losing Keyshawn Boyd.
Yes, and Ryan, I think that's something that here in the past week, the Coach Gibbs and the team has had to look and they had to say, you know, how can we fill this gap and how can we fill this space with Boyd breaking his ankle and going down, because sometimes that's just the unexpected happens and you just have to prepare and you have to work around those things, and that's something that this Tigers team had to face last week.
Yeah, that's something that they've had to work on this week as well, is figuring out what to do without Keyshawn Boyd. Right. And coming up with possibly maybe even a whole new game plan for the season without someone like Keyshawn Boyd in the backfield.
Yeah, assuming that, you know, if he does come back, it's going to be very, very late into the season, if that.
Yeah, they're looking possibly towards the end of the year, probably playoff time when he may be able to come back. And even then, it depends on how quickly that ankle will heal and how much strength he even has in that leg anymore after being, depending on how long he has to wear that boot, depending on how much weight he can put on it before all that even happens, is going to be a kind of a big deal, because that may cause problems on being able to run without any of that leg strength after being in a boot for so long. Because even being in a boot for a couple weeks, well, your leg will, you lose a lot of muscle. Your leg shrinks.
Yeah, kind of like when we were talking with the Spain family earlier about that too, and they were talking and everything with last year with Jathan Spain when he had that injury and everything. But, looking at this Cape Central schedule here, and we talked about this earlier, Ryan, last year's schedule and this year's schedule, we're playing the same teams. It's just a matter of, all the home games last year are now away. All the away games last year are home. So, this year we have St. Charles West. We're hosting them. But last year that was a road game for us. And I was kind of looking back, and I noticed, 3 and 4 years ago, we had the same kind of schedule was set up there, too. I didn't realize that Central had done it that way. But now that the two of us have been calling games, and this is our 4th year doing that, I'm kind of able to see how all the scheduling works out in that way.
Yeah, the schedule changes a little bit, because I know last year it was, New Madrid, then St. Charles West, and then I believe St. Dominic. But this year I think is something we've changed. It's changed up, I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Now I got to go back and look. I really thought it was the same, though.
Yeah, double check that.
Let me
and see. I could be wrong. I may be just, my dates are mixed up and all
Sykeston.
that. Okay, so Sykeston, Poplar Bluff, St. Dominic. Okay, yeah.
So I think it's identical.
I think it is the same, yeah.
And,
which is easier on everybody when you couldn't think about it. Coaches, players, athletic directors, schools. Mm-hmm. It's easier to make the schedule just flip-flop back and forth, home and away, for 2 years.
The 2 years before that as well, 2022, 23, and then the 23 and 24 seasons, they did the same kind of thing, so
we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Coach Gibbs for the pregame interview.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plaza since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here on Cape Radio 95.7, I'm here with Coach Gibbs. Coach, so last week came away with a win 21-6, but also kind of came away with a loss, obviously, with Keyshawn Boyd coming out with his injury and having that surgery. How's he doing, and how long do you think he'll be out?
Yeah, he seems, his spirits are good. He's in a good frame of mind. As far as how long he's going to be out, from a medical perspective, they're saying that, if everything goes really well and, progresses like you think it can, that there's a possibility we could get him back at the end of the season. So, I hope that for Keyshawn that he's able to come back. It's just a tragic way for a young man to, have an injury his senior year, and he's worked so hard. And but those things happen, and we'll have to move on. And I'm sure that Keyshawn's going to do everything he can to get himself back and prepared.
So speaking of that, with last week, Izzy came in and he played. I thought he played quite well, considering he just kind of got thrown into that running back spot on short notice. How did you think he prepared, or how do you think he played and the rest of the team kind of overcoming that adversity early in the game?
Yeah, I think once we got over that initial shock of seeing what happened and, Keyshawn leaving the field. I think, we did about as good as you could be expected, and I think we regrouped. I think we played hard. That's the thing that I always look at. I think on both sides of the ball, special teams, all three of those, we played really hard. Izzy had a good first night out. I thought our offensive line did a nice job for him. We weren't real flashy, didn't try and do a whole lot of different things. But at the end of the day, when we needed to run that clock out there at the end, we were able to do that. So, you see, you sort through things as you go with practice and see what you may have and things you may want to try and do, and you figure those things out and keep it going down the right path, and that's what we'll try and do.
Has it changed anything that you guys had planned for this season already? Obviously, with Keyshawn out, does it change any of your offensive schemes or anything like that?
Well, it changes how we may do things. I don't know that it's going to change what we want to do and the schemes that we use. It's obviously going to change a little bit of personnel. But, we've got some other things that we've also worked on that we think can help us as far as some of the other kids getting the ball to them in different ways. And we're really going to have to do a good job of figuring that out, to be honest about it, and figuring out who we can trust enough to go to and make a catch or make the runs when we need them. And when you had a guy like Keyshawn, you don't think too far outside that box because you're going to have success with him. But we've worked on some things, and we'll continue to work on some things, and we'll continue to be a work in progress.
So this week, St. Charles West comes to town. Played them last year up at their place. What have you seen on them, and kind of what's the plan for Friday night?
Well, St. Charles West kind of changed some things. They've been a triple option team out of the bone, and now they've gone more to a double wing with motion, misdirection, and they're throwing the ball a little bit. At least they did the first game and in their jamboree stuff. So, it's going to be a little bit different look for them. And I think, for us, it's, just like I told the kids this morning after practice, it's not going to, we need to be able to run the football. We need to be able to play great defense, physical defense. Special teams need to be on, dominate, to be real honest about it. And offensively, I think that we're going to have to figure some things out as we go, and we've got some things planned to see where we may want to end up going, what we may want to end up using, but we're still going to try and run the ball. It may look a little bit differently, but that's where we want to be offensively. I think, for us, and I know you've probably heard me say this a lot, St. Charles is this week's opponent, and certainly we'll have our work cut out for us. At the end of the day, we talk a lot about beating us, meaning let's win our day, let's win the internal struggle that you have every day as a person and as a football player. And if we can do that and keep improving, then I like where we could be and the possibilities that we would have towards the end of the season.
Yeah, how well, too, we'll talk about that. You're talking about defense. How well did you think the defense did? I thought they did a very good job last week on containing New Madrid on a lot of key plays that they tried to maybe kind of sneak something by you guys.
Yeah, and, here's the other thing. You look at that score, and it's a little bit misleading because you think, man, they must have played awful or, what have you. But if, we got one penalty, on a roughing the passer thing, and if we don't get that penalty, I don't think they scored the whole game. The other thing is, and New Madrid, Coach Fullhart did a great job of slowing the game down. They didn't want to give us the ball, and in doing so, we scored both times we had the ball the first half until, Keyshawn got hurt and we hit that lull, but our defense kept playing. We came out the second half and, we scored one touchdown. And basically our defense did the things that they had to do. We blocked a punt, had great kickoff coverage, and then we blocked that punt that led to our score. So, I thought we played pretty decent. It wasn't anything that I was not expecting, meaning I thought it was going to be a tight game, and I thought it would be a game that we were going to have to battle to win. And certainly once Keyshawn went down, it made it more difficult for us. But at the end of the day, I thought our defense played great. I thought we did some good things on offense, not where we want to be. And I thought we were really, really good on special teams.
Are you ready for more out of life? Gain the skills and knowledge you need at the Cape Career and Technology Center to pursue a new career as an emergency medical technician, a dental assistant, medical assistant, practical nurse, or a medical coder. Cape CTC gets you job ready with a fast-paced and focused curriculum. Visit our website today at capectc.org.
Your career and technology center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Jackson Deli, River Rapids Water Park, St. Genevieve, and Scooter's Coffee locations in North Cape, Jackson, and Perryville.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Back to the action. It's Cape Central football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as we get ready for the opening kickoff here between the Tigers and the Warriors from St. Charles West. The Tigers 1-0, the Warriors 0-1, and as you heard from Coach Gibbs in the interview, you know, they're still going to try to run the ball. They're still going to try to do their normal thing, but there will be some other things that they throw in to try to get something going.
Yeah, that's something we want to look forward to, Ryan. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see maybe what they've worked on in the past week. Maybe more passes through the air. Maybe some deeper shots downfield. We'll just kind of have to see what they've prepared for and what they've been working with. But we got, let's see, what time? 7 o'clock exactly. Let's go ahead and tell you about our pregame sponsor, though, the Cape Career and Technology Center. And they are proud sponsors of the pregame. Their vision is to provide an environment for students to make career connections and advancements through education and training. You can find them online at capectc.com. And make sure everybody out there listening knows how they can tune in. On YouTube, Cape Central Sports. Watch and follow along. Listen to us call the game. You can also listen on your radio, 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. All season long, we will have the call for you. Doesn't matter if it's a home game or an away game. Ryan and I will have the call.
So the Warriors will kick it off. The Tigers will receive here to start the ball game. as it's going to be caught back near the end zone and bringing this ball back out past the 20 to the 25, and he's hit hard as he falls forward on a nice little return of about, I'd say 24 yards, maybe 23 yards, something along those lines. We look at the starting lineup for the Tigers on offense at wide receiver. It'll be Terrell Groves, Brayon Clemens, and Jathan Spain. At left tackle, Matthew Pope. At left guard, Warner Durham. At center, Connor Poole. Right guard, Max Pardon. Right tackle, Isaiah Husky. At the Y will be Deshaun Sims. Running back, Izzy Bridges. And the quarterback, Aiden McGuire. McGuire will get the snap, and he's going to hand it off, running it up the middle and breaking a couple tackles to get a first down is Izzy Bridges. Sorry, to get himself a nice little gain there of about 11.
So, yeah, already moving the chains here, Ryan. You like to see that. Sticking with the run game. Last week we had Izzy as our best-dressed player of the game from Garber's Menswear. How about that? 1st and 10 now from the 39.
We'll put a man in motion. McGuire will get the snap. He's going to hand it off again, running it up the middle and getting it to just shy of the 45-yard line is Izzy Bridges. And it'll be, looks like a good 5-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
And we've been talking about it, Ryan, thinking about all the different things that they've had to make with adjustments as far as this offense goes. Keyshawn Boyd going down last week in the game against New Madrid. So Izzy Bridges, he is a big part of this running back offense who has to step in since Boyd had the injury.
So McGuire sets up 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. And he'll throw, and it's caught at about the 40. Oh, it's incomplete. Clemens couldn't quite hold on to it, and it'll be an incomplete pass. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that ball looked like he probably could have had that one, but just at the last second, it spun back out. 3rd and 5 now from the 44.
Looks like the Tigers will set up in the same formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. McGuire will turn around and say something to Izzy Bridges. And they'll set Clemens in motion. And they'll hand it off. Bridges breaks free for a nice big gain of about 13. So a big first down for the Tigers. And Bridges with a good 30 yards on the ground already here to start the football game.
Yeah, already into opponent's territory here early on. This is exactly what you like to see.
2 receivers on each side, but they'll put Clemens in motion, and it'll be a jet sweep. Clemens running around the outside. He's going to try to cut back towards the middle. He'll gain about 6 or 7 yards. Let's see where they mark the ball. Almost 8 yards on that one. They're going to call it 2nd and 3, so 7 yards for Clemens.
He's able to get around that right side there and come up with a pretty nice gain for 2nd down. 2nd and 3, you said. 9:45 left to go here in the first quarter.
McGuire will take the snap, hand it off. Bridges gets the first down. And the pile will push him backwards again, but the forward progression will mark him at, I believe, that first down marker, so it'll be a gain of 3.
And this Cape Central offense making a few substitutions out there, bringing in Deshaun Sims and Terrell Grove. Terrell Grove, rather. He will come back out. They're looking at the spot of this ball, I guess.
Yep, we're going to measure. So we'll see where they place the ball now, or where they measure. I mean, looks like, is that Connor Poole out there? Let me check this roster here. I think Connor Poole is out there trying to eyeball it himself. Yep, that's him. He's standing there. He says, no, it's a first down. I don't know what we're doing. Just wasting time, apparently. And it's a first down.
There we go.
So Connor Poole was correct. He didn't even need to bring out the chains. He could see from where he was. So 1st and 10 from the 33. With 9:32 left here in the first quarter, as the Tiger offense goes back to work. They'll put Clemens in motion. They're going to throw back, and it's going to be caught by Clemens. A flag comes out in the backfield, as Clemens will get across the 25. And we're going to see what the flag is for, because I think possibly it's coming back. Yep. So it's a penalty on the Tigers.
Did they signal what it was?
Yeah, I don't think he signaled it yet.
Here we go.
What? That one's new. It looks like he motioned like an incomplete pass kind of thing.
Right.
So I don't know what the actual penalty is. But either way, it's 1st and 15. And they'll put a man in motion. They're going to hand it off. They're going to fake the handoff. It's the option. They're going to pitch it back. He's got plenty of room. He'll get to the 25 and across the 25 for a first down. So a nice gain there for R.J. Jennings. And they mark it at the 24. So he's just short of the first down marker.
Yeah, that's how you make up some of those yards that you lost in the penalty there, Ryan. That's what we like to see.
So 2nd and inches as McGuire turns back to look at Bridges. And now they'll put Jennings in motion. McGuire will take the snap, hand it off, first down as Bridges gets across the line and falls forward past. Nope, they're going to mark him down at the 15. So a gain of 9 for Izzy Bridges.
Yeah, Tigers offense putting together a pretty nice run here already. Nice drive and everything, using up some time off the clock and really just kind of taking their time, not in any type of hurry at all here in the first quarter. We've got just under 8 minutes left here. Scoreless game, first quarter.
Quick pass over to Spain. He makes the catch. He gets to the 5, and he finally is forced out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So a big gain of 13 for Jathan Spain on the catch.
And that is going to set them up in pretty good position to score here with a 1st and goal from inside the 5. So they're going to spot it at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal with 7:41 left to go here in the first quarter.
And everyone pretty much knows what's coming as they hand it off to Bridges. He's got a wide open hole into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Tigers take the lead 6-0 here with 7:37 to go in the first.
I think a very solid drive, Ryan. A lot to be happy about there. They took up some time off the clock. Yeah, lots to feel good about after that one.
So Joey Charlton will come on for the extra point. He'll line it up. The snap, the hold, the kick. is good. So 7-0 Tigers lead here in the first quarter. And we'll take a quick break as we head to the sponsors. 7-0 Tigers on top here in the first.
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here, the kick is a deep kick brought back out, though, by St. Charles West, and he's going to get stopped well before the 20-yard line. We have a player down for St. Charles West as he is holding on to his knee. He kind of came flying out of that group of players, too. I noticed that. So I don't know, maybe if he took an accidental helmet to the knee or banged knees with somebody or something along those lines. But he came out and he hit the ground and didn't get back up. He grabbed that knee pretty quickly. So the Warriors got it to the 17-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for them where they start in their own territory, deep in their own territory. As they check on the player out on the field. Well, I thought they were about to get up. It looked like he was moving.
Yeah, he is still down as of right now. So while they are looking into what's going on down there on the field, we will tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring. You can visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape or online at stonemountaincarpet.biz. Proud sponsors of Cape Central football. And he is still down. So what were you saying? What you kind of saw, Ryan? What did it look like to you?
Kind of came flying out of the group of players where they all kind of, jumbled together to make the tackle and blocks and all that.
Yeah.
He kind of came literally flying out of there, almost like he got hit from below, like at his legs, and he kind of flew forward. And so I wonder if maybe he got hit at the knee, maybe by a helmet on accident, or maybe he banged knees with somebody else and he got the worst of it. I'm not sure, but yeah, he is definitely hurting because he still has not gotten up yet.
I know last week we were talking about it a little bit, like the kickoff rules with the NFL now and how they've kind of changed things. I guess it's for safety, trying to make things a little bit safer, less injuries and everything like that on the kickoffs. And, well, maybe this would be a good example of why they're trying to change that in the pros.
They bring out 2 more players. I think they're going to carry him off. So he doesn't have to try to walk on that leg. They help him up. He's limping on that leg, but he is walking with help by those 2 players that came out. And he's going slow, so it's hurting. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. As it looked like everyone was ready. Oh, no, he backed down on the field. He didn't even make it off the side before he had to go back down. At that point, I mean, honestly, at this point, they should be carrying him now. They're still helping him walk off the field, but I feel like they should have carried him now. They should be carrying him, not making him trying to get any weight on that leg. And it's a good thing, too, that one of the referees saw that because he was still on the field of play. As they're going to take a snap, he's going to try to roll around out to the outside, and he's going to get stopped just, I think, maybe at the line of scrimmage. Oh, we had a flag come in here at the end of the play. Christian Mitchell, who ran the ball there for the Warriors. And it's against the Warriors. So they're going to move back towards the end zone. And it's a personal foul on St. Charles West. So that's a big loss. They're back at the 8-yard line, the 7-yard?
15-yard penalty right there.
So it's 1st and 19.
Or half the distance to the goal,
I would say either that or from I think it was from the spot of the penalty. That might be it.
There you go.
So they try to run the ball, and they get nothing out of that one. Looks like maybe 2 yards.
Not a darn thing.
I mean, it brings up 2nd and long. They got 3 yards out of that one, 2nd and 16.
Yeah, this offense here is finding themselves in a bit of a hole after a big personal foul.
Mitchell will take the snap. He's going to hand it off and getting brought. Nope. He was able to sneak away from that tackle, rip his arm away, but he's going to get brought down back behind the line of scrimmage for a pretty good chunk of yards lost. And it's going to be at looks like back at the 8-yard line, so they lost those yards back again. And it actually is 4th down. I forgot that it's added on to the end of the play, so that first play from back by the 8 was 2nd down. So it is 4th down, and they're going to have to punt this one away. And Brayon Clemens sets up at the 50-yard line. As the punt it's a pretty good punt considering where he had to punt it from. It was going to roll out of bounds at the 46-yard line in Tiger territory. He had to kick that from the end zone, and he got it up.
That was a good punt. That really was.
It didn't bounce till after the 40, so it's a good 40-yard punt just in the air alone.
There's so many times where we will see a similar kick, maybe it's in the end zone or something, and it'll just go for 10, 20 yards.
Yeah.
It never really. But that was a solid, we'll say 55-yard punt there, and it pins Central team back into their own territory now to start off their second offensive drive.
So 2 receivers on each side for the Tigers as McGuire will set up with Bridges in the backfield. They're going to take the snap, and he will fake the handoff, throw across the middle. It's caught across the 45, breaks the tackle, gets to the 35, and it's going to finally be brought down as he falls forward to almost the 30-yard line. Looks like maybe the 31, so a very nice play there as McGuire threw that one to Martavion Robinson. And a great job there by the Tiger offense.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go into the air there, Ryan, on 1st and 10. You don't see that a lot, but it turned out well for him. 1st and 10 now as they're driving down the field. Ball on the 31.
A little bit of a high snap. They're going to hand it off to Bridges. He's going to run it up the middle, and he'll get it across the 25-yard line to the 24. So a nice chunk of yards there. Gain of 7.
So Cape is on top here, 7-0 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter on YouTube, Cape Central Sports. You can follow along, watch, and listen. Also on radio, 95.7 FM and 1550 AM.
So McGuire with 2 receivers, and Clemens will go in motion again. And we get flags from 3 referees. And it's going to be a false start on the Tigers. I think somebody on the line jumped just a little too soon. So that's going to go back to the 29-yard line.
Little penalties like those can be so frustrating for a team because you work in practice all week long trying not to do silly things like that, and it still happens in the game.
So same formation. Clemens in motion again. And McGuire, that was a tough snap, but he's able to grab it as he hands it off, and Bridges will gain a few. Looks like 2. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 7 from the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it feels nice, Ryan, getting to be back up here at Cape Central High School for another great year of football. Weather is, I'll say, fantastic once again this evening. Can't complain about that at all. We have a nice press box, too.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Nice air-conditioned press box.
McGuire will take the snap, steps back to pass, steps up, throws across the middle off the fingertips of Robinson. And it's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So it'll be interesting to see what the Tigers do here. 4th and 7 from the 28.
They had a really good look there. It was a good pass, but just maybe a little too much pressure on that ball and maybe just a little too overthrown for Robinson. 4th and 7, and they're going to keep the offense on the field, of course, because it's
early in the game, too. You might as well. I feel like Charlton could make this if he wanted to.
Yeah.
If they tried
it'd
it.
be a long one, though.
But early enough, you might as well go for it. As McGuire will step up in the pocket again, throws, it's caught by Clemens. He breaks a tackle into the end zone for the touchdown. Nice play by McGuire and Brayon Clemens, as that was a heck of a move right there at the goal line to avoid that tackler.
Big offensive play there, and I mentioned it in the pregame. It'd be interesting to see if they'd go to more of the passing game here tonight. So far, they have a few times, and it's actually working out fairly well for them. So 13-0. Central is on top of St. Charles West. We have Charlton now coming out on the field for this extra point.
And it's up, and it's good. 14-0 Tigers here in the first quarter, 3:25 to go. So a good start here to the first quarter of the first home game of the season. And I'd say it's a much better. I think a lot of people were kind of concerned. Honestly, it's going to come with the territory when you lose your star running back. But I think this has helped put away a few doubts that the offense
for sure
couldn't handle anything without Keyshawn Boyd, and they have definitely stepped up and shown that they can.
Lots of good, lots to feel positive about. The momentum definitely on your side if you're this Cape Central offense right now, as they lead it 14-0. I do want to tell you about Cape Girardeau Honda. Award-winning sales, award-winning service, proud supporters of your Cape Central Tigers. You can find them on Seamers Drive in Cape or online at CapeGirardeauHonda.com. That is CapeGirardeauHonda.com. And they are sponsoring Cape Central football. So with 3:25 left here in the first quarter, it is a 2-touchdown lead for the Tigers football team here tonight. And the very first home game, we've been talking about that too. Feels great to be back up here in the press box calling a game. And we enjoyed New Madrid, of course, last week too. They were very nice to us down there.
Yeah. They had a nice fridge in the back with some drinks for us.
They took good care of us down there.
As the kick is away, and that's a pretty good kick. It'll get caught at about the 22-yard line. And bringing it out to the 35, he breaks a tackle and is able to slip forward some more. And we get a flag get thrown in, and another flag come in here at the end, and I don't know what exactly happened. I didn't see that part. But I believe it's going to be against the Tigers, just judging by the way Coach Gibbs is reacting.
Yeah, he walked out on the field there for that one.
So personal foul on the Tigers. And, two personal fouls. So that'll move it up quite a bit as the referee tells St. Charles to hold on a second. We're going to move this ball before you come to the line of scrimmage.
So with 2 personal fouls, that's going to certainly impact where this ball will be spotted at. Yeah, they're going to walk this up a little bit, aren't they?
Well, where is he? Oh, there he is. He's in the group of St. Charles West players. There he comes. And they're going to get into Tiger territory to the 46-yard line. Nope. We're going to keep going. I guess that was just for the first penalty. The second penalty will move it up to the 31-yard line. So very good field position for the Warriors. Sykeston leads Dexter 7-6 here in the first quarter. As we take a check at the Cape Honda scoreboard. They'll run the ball up the left side and get themselves a first down as they get, looks like a gain of 12 out of that one to the 19-yard line, 19 and a half.
So, Leland White on the carry there for St. Charles West, the Warriors, and good enough for a 1st and 10. They sure have great field position starting off this drive, though. Another handoff there. It's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play. As they go right back to White. So, this Warriors offense, the last time they were on the field, they didn't look too good. But this time around, after 2 different personal fouls from this Tigers defense, they were able to get the ball pretty good field position.
Nice little pitch and catch there by the Warriors, and we'll see where he got out of bounds first. Looks like he's just short of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Looks like the guy holding the marker there for the first down was a little bit scared as he kind of he moved back towards the end zone again to straighten out the chain, and he stuck him back another yard or 2.
So they say 3rd and 1.
And they'll pitch it back into the backfield. He's going to break a tackle, trying to run around the outside. He's going to get around the outside and into the end zone for a touchdown. As the St. Charles Warriors strike back, that was Leland White, who gets himself a touchdown and gets the Warriors on the scoreboard as it's now 14-6 with 2:21 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, much needed response there if you're the Warriors team, because they found themselves trailing a little bit early on here with a 2-score game. Now it is just a 1-score game as they'll see if they can make this extra point here.
And the kick is up, and it looks like it just got through some outstretched hands by the Tigers, and it goes through for the extra point. It's 14-7 with 2:21 to go here in the first quarter. And also, the other thing is, too, if I'm St. Charles West coach, And if we don't score there, I would not be a happy camper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got yourself in such great field position handed to you. And then, they come out there, ball on it was a 31, and then they got a first down automatically right there. Leland White, he had a few big carries there, and that set them up very nicely. So 14-7, that is your score, 2:21 left to go in the first quarter. And I do want to tell everybody about Stone Mountain Flooring. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring. You can visit them online, or you can also visit them on Seamers Drive. That is Stone Mountain Carpet, stonemountaincarpet.biz, and proud sponsors of Cape Central football. So maybe on this kickoff here, we won't have any penalties or any injuries or anything like that.
Let's hope so.
That would be nice.
So this is interesting, too, because St. Charles West choose to kick off here from the hash mark that's closest to the press box instead of just right up the middle at the X of the 40-yard line. This is the second time they've done that, so he must prefer to kick it at an angle, as it's going to be caught at about the 2-yard line, bringing it out, getting across the 20 and to the 25, and he's finally going to be brought down, and they're going to mark him down at the 25-yard line. A nice return there for Torrance Murray.
Sure was. And how about that? We also didn't have any penalties on that kickoff. So 1st and 10. Ball on their own 25 here for the Tigers.
First and 10, 2:13 left here in the first. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bridges in the backfield. McGuire will get the snap. He'll pass it back. Going to bring it around the outside on the near sideline. Get across the 35-yard line. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds. Looks like the 37. Should be enough. That's enough for a first down. It's a good 11-yard pass. Or 11-yard play there for the Tigers.
So just under 2 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Tigers lead St. Charles West Warriors 14-7. 1st and 10.
McGuire will hand it off again. Bridges right up the middle as he breaks through. Gets across the 50 to the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Izzy Bridges running it from the 37 all the way down to the end zone for a big-time run to give the Tigers that 2-score lead right back.
Still first quarter too, Ryan, and Bridges, I don't know exactly how many yards he has, but I know it's a lot. Early on here, he has another touchdown for the Tigers, 20-7. And Joey Charlton will come on for this PAT.
And it's a bad snap. It's all picked up off the ground by Charlton. He's going to try to make something out of it, and he's going to be brought down. The ball is fumbled, and it's going to be, it doesn't matter. The play is dead when he fumbles the football. I thought it looked like somebody jumped on the line for St. Charles West early.
I noticed that too, and I was thinking there'd probably be some kind of penalty for it. There wasn't. Yeah, I noticed that same thing. It looked like somebody jumped, and maybe they didn't. Maybe it was just the angle that we're at. But
yeah, he may not. Maybe he didn't cross the line. That could be it as well.
So yeah, no, the PAT is no good. It's they didn't even get a chance to kick it. So 20-7 is your score with 1:34 left to go in the first quarter. And we are going to tell you about MRV Banks, Cape Girardeau's go-to for all things banking. MRV Banks, proud supporters of the Cape Central Tigers. You can visit the MRV Banks today on Mount Auburn Road. You can also visit them online, mrvbanks.com.
Yeah, there's actually two. Now that I think about it, there are two MRV banks on Mount Auburn. There's one there near Kings Highway, and then the other one is as you get closer to Kings Highway or William Street.
Oh,
I think, if not right across from St. Francis, but right there across the street from them. A good kick back to about the 8, and bringing it out across the 20, and he may be short from the 25. Let's see if they. Looks like they're going to actually mark him at the 25. So 20-7, the Tigers lead with 1:29 to go here in the first quarter. And yes, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, this time around, the Warriors are going to have a little bit further to go if they're going to try to put some more points on the board.
So the Warriors will come and set up with that wishbone set and a quick throw, and it's incomplete as it goes off the fingertips of the intended receiver. I should know that name because he's been doing a whole lot. Leland White. Should recognize that number. So it's 2nd and 10. Went off the fingertips and coming in to make the tackle after the tip without realizing, I think, that the ball was in the air. There was a chance that it could have been intercepted. Somebody got there in time, but it falls safely to the ground. And now running it up the other side and falling forward across the 30 for a gain of 5. Looks like they're going to mark him at about the 30.5. So it'll be 3rd and 5. I'm not 100% sure who ran that one. I think it was Leland White again. As I think Christian Mitchell comes back into the game for the Warriors. Yeah, Mitchell will set up in the quarterback formation. Now he's going to run over, say something, and we're going to get a whistle and a timeout by St. Charles West as that play clock was down to 3. So that was a good call there by the Warrior head coach. 3rd and 5, 42 seconds to go here in this first quarter. And it's 20-7.
This first quarter's taking a little time.
Yeah, it's taking longer than last week. And last week, the first half, first quarter, second quarter, Keyshawn Boyd played. So we've actually had more scoring this week. I think these guys on offense are trying to make up for the fact that Keyshawn is not out there, and they're trying as hard as they can to make him feel comfortable not being in the game. Because when you're somebody, and he's not a guy that talks about himself and acts like he's the superstar, even though we all know he's one of the big reasons the offense succeeds. But when you're a guy that sits or that plays all the time and runs the ball a lot and scores a lot of touchdowns, runs a lot of yards, you feel bad that you're hurt because now these other guys may have to try to pick it up, and they've done a pretty good job so far as that pass is knocked away and incomplete. That was a good job by Martavion Robinson getting his hand in there and knocking another one away.
Sure was.
Called his name quite a few times now here this evening. So they're going to have to punt this one away at 4th and 5. And Breon Clemens will go back to the 35-yard line and wait for the punt.
Last punt they had was a good punt, too. They had to punt from their own end zone, and it was about a 55-yard punt that they had. We'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, Clemens may want to step back a few more yards. And I was wrong. It's going to go out of bounds in front of the 40-yard line, so it'll be about the 42, 41. Let's see, still walking. 44, 45, 46, 47-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 47.
It's a fire truck over here.
Okay. I could see the lights here on the wall. So 1st and 10 from the 47. 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Anytime you see a fire truck go that way, I always hope that it's not for that retirement community that they have there. Oh, a flag. Couple flags thrown. And it's going to be a false start on the Tigers. So that'll push them back. And it'll be 1st and 15 from the 42.
32 seconds left here, Ryan. Wow, that's kind of hard to believe it's still the first quarter. Seems like we should be in the second
Seems
quarter
like,
by
we
now.
should be much further along. Dexter leads 12-7 over the Sykeston Bulldogs as we check the Cape Honda scoreboard. Jackson leads 6-0 over Ballard. They are from Louisiana, or not Louisiana, Louisville. There's a nice run there up the middle, taking the pile with him and falling forward to the 49-yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd and 8.
And that will probably likely do it here for this first quarter.
It should, yeah. They're just going to go ahead and let it go and run down as the Tigers start to walk to the sideline. And that does end the first quarter. So 20-7 Tigers lead after the first. We'll be back after this. Listening to Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here at Cape Central High School as we start the second quarter. Tigers up 20-7 here over St. Charles West as we wait for the referee to place the football. It's 2nd and 8 here in the second quarter. 20-7, Tigers on top, ball at the 49-yard line. They'll put a man in motion. They're going to quick throw to Clemens. He's going to get it across the first down marker. And a first down for the Tigers. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. A nice 9-yard pass there.
Yeah, into Warrior territory we go here with the 1st and 10.
Hand it off to Bridges. He'll run it up the middle, get to the 40, fall forward down to the 39-yard line. To a gain of 3.
A few more substitutions out there. They send Deshaun Sims back in as Jathan Spain will check out. 2nd and 7 from the 39. It's 20-7. That is the score, 20-7. The Tigers lead the St. Charles West Warriors. We got 11 minutes to go before halftime.
They'll move a man over as McGuire gets the snap, hands it off. Bridges will run it up. He trips up over maybe the offensive line. He'll gain Looks like another 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5, so he gained 2 yards.
So with 3rd and 5 here, they might look to air it back out. They've, believe it or not, had some pretty good success so far, Ryan, in doing that. And we'll look to see what they do here with the 3rd and 5, ball on the 37.
2 receivers on each side as McGuire sets up with a lone back, and a quick throw is caught, and he'll fall. It's a 1st down. Nice play as they throw that one to Deshaun Sims. So Sims with a nice reception. I believe that was an 8-yard reception.
It's going to be good enough for another 1st down for this Tigers offense here, driving down the field.
Gonna hand it off to Clemens. He's going to run around the outside, and he'll get out of bounds on the near sideline, a gain of 3.
So 2nd down now after that 3-yard run from Clemens.
Break the huddle, 12 on the play clock. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And we're going to whistle, and it's going to be a timeout by the Tigers. They took too long to run the play, so a timeout by Coach Gibbs. With 9:45 left here in the 2nd quarter.
So they're going to take a timeout, and we will tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring, and you can visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape or online at stonemountaincarpet.biz. Proud sponsors of Cape Central football. So 20-7, that is the score right now. Tigers leading, 9:45 to go here before halftime. First quarter took a while. And we have a lot to feel positive about, though, because after last week, some kind of unplanned events occurred, and because of it, this Tigers offense has had to make a few adjustments, and one of those being Izzy Bridges. We've seen a lot more playing time from him. Also, a few more passes this evening. I like to see that. I like to see them air the ball out a little bit more. We just had one from Deshaun Sims that was good enough for a 1st down here for the Tigers. So they're driving down the field once again, trying to get some more points on the board, as it is a 2-score lead here, 20-7. First home game of the year, too, and it feels good to be back up here in our press box.
Yes, it does. It's always nice to be at home, but
yeah,
we've said it before. We're spoiled by the setup here at home.
We are.
Every week we're on the road.
Yeah, it's nice that they have one like this for us, and I guess it's just like what they say. There's no place like home, right? So 2nd down now, 2nd and 7.
3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. And McGuire will take the snap. A quick screen over to Bridges, and he's going to, no, oh, he did. He got tripped up, and then he was able to stay on his feet for a second, but then he falls and loses yards back behind the original line, back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
The last time we had a 3rd down, they went with a little pass, and it was good enough for a 1st and 10. As Sims, he was the one that had the reception on that. We'll see what they do here with another 3rd down. A little bit longer this time, 3rd and 10.
So 2 receivers on each side. McGuire steps back to pass. He's going to roll to his right. He throws deep across the middle, and it's tipped and incomplete. And I don't see any flags, so it'll bring up 4th down.
So Jathan Spain, the intended receiver there. And What are we doing here on a 4th down, Ryan?
What are we doing?
We're going to try.
We're going to go for a field goal.
Okay, I was going to say, I guess we're trying a long field goal attempt.
So a field goal attempt from the 28.
A little surprised about this. Would have thought they'd just go for it. But yeah, fourth and 10. I mean, you have 10 yards to go. They say, let's just see if we can get 3 points here.
So this is a 45-yard field goal attempt. And it's blocked. And it'll be recovered by the Warriors. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They gain a few yards on what would have been the line of scrimmage had the kick been no good. So it's not a huge, I mean, it is a disappointment, but it's not a huge disappointment. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the, 32? So it looks like they gained maybe 4 yards off of the blocked kick.
So the 2-score game here is 20-7. That's your score. And Warriors going to see if they can put some more points on the board here.
And a quick pass, and he's wide open, caught across the 50. And he'll get knocked down out of bounds at the 45. Nope. Where are they going to mark this one? Yep, the 45-yard line.
So Brody Anderson, he's coming up with the big reception on that play for the Warriors there. Into Tiger territory with the 1st and 10.
So they'll set up in that wishbone again, and they'll hand it off. He's going to get hit well behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2. They're going to mark him with his forward progression at the 47-yard line. So 2nd and 12. Sorry. That should be 2nd and 12 from the 47.
Yeah, big play there by that Cape Central defense. And kind of just sniffing that one out before it even had time to materialize, you know. 2nd and 12 now, loss of 2.
They're going to hand it off. He will get across the original line of scrimmage and gain 2 more. So 4-yard gain. That'll make it 3rd and 8.
The Tigers defense sending in Jathan Spain here. They'll also send in Jamie Adams onto the field for this big 3rd down. It is 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 from the 43.
So 2 receivers to the left. Whoop. And we're going to get a timeout. 2 seconds on the play clock, and some confusion out there on the Warriors side as Brody Anderson started to run back towards the quarterback, and the quarterback, I'm guessing, looked at him like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Because he took a couple steps, stopped, and kind of threw his hands out at the quarterback, thinking, what? This is what I'm doing, right?
So, yeah, to take a little time out, talk it over, and see what all is going on out there before this big 3rd down here. We're going to tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. You can find them on Seamers Drive in Cape. Also, visit their website, stonemountaincarpet.biz. Locally owned since 1993, that is Stone Mountain Flooring. And I don't know if we have, Ryan, any maybe score updates possibly from around the community or not, but I know Sykeston and Dexter is one that we've been keeping up with a little
Dexter's
bit.
still in the lead. Well, still no different than what I had earlier. Sykeston trailing Dexter 12-7.
Of course, I'm sure we'll have some more score updates as all these games get closer to halftime, but that pass is going to be incomplete there and just way overthrown. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to bring up a 4th down here for the Warriors.
4th and 8. Yeah, it's 14-12. Looks like Sykeston took the lead in the 2nd quarter.
So now the Warriors have a 4th down. They'll see Are they going to go for it, or are they going to punt? I think they're going to punt.
They're going to punt this one away. So Clemens back at about the 10 to receive the punt. There's the snap, and that's a pretty good kick once again. It'll be caught. Nope, it's going to drop at about the 15. Go out of bounds at the 14. At the 14. So the Tigers have a little bit of work to do here. On their own 14, backed up, 7:02 left here in the second quarter.
Last time this offense was on the field, it resulted in a blocked field goal. So we're hoping for better results this time around. It's 1st and 10 right now, ball on their own 14. So yeah, they do have a ways to go here, as you said. We got 7:02 left to go before halftime.
McGuire with a receiver on each side. They'll put Clemens in motion, fake the handoff to him, hand it off to Bridges, and he's going to gain, looks like, a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9. So a couple other score updates. According to this, Jackson leads 13-3 over Ballard from Louisville, Kentucky. DeSoto leading the Perryville Pirates 13-7 in the second quarter. The St. Vincent Indians from Perryville trailing Valley 26-0. And Sykeston, like I said, on top right now in the second quarter, 14-12. As we check the Cape Honda scoreboard, and we get a whistle on the snap. And it's going to be offsides on the defense. So it's going to be 2nd and 4, thanks to the 5-yard penalty. Second and 4 with 6:05 to go here in the second quarter. Play clock down to 4. McGuire takes the snap, looks to pass, rolls. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to lose yards as he's swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down. Looks like he lost maybe 2 yards. And we'll get a whistle and a timeout by the Tigers. They'll use their second timeout with 5:35 to go here in the second quarter. And a loss of 3 for McGuire on that previous play makes it 3rd and 7.
As they take another timeout, we tell you about the Cape Career and Technology Center. Their vision is to provide an environment for students making career connections and advancements through education and training. Find them online at capectc.com, and you'll also find them just right down the road from where we are calling this game, right here in Cape Girardeau. So make sure you support all of the ones who make this possible for us to bring you Cape Central football every year on Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. And on YouTube, you can watch and listen at the same time. Cape Central Sports live stream. So after the timeout here, they're going to come back out onto the field for a 3rd down. 3rd and 7 from their own 17.
Receiver on each side. They'll put Clemens in motion. They'll take the snap, and they're going to hand it off. Bridges will run it up the middle and push forward, and he should have enough for the 1st down, and it looks like that's exactly where they're going to mark him, is at the 35-yard line. So a 1st down, a gain of 8 for Izzy Bridges.
He was just able to push his way forward there and get the 1st down. I was thinking that he wasn't going to be able to get it. But, yeah, he was just able to kind of extend himself out there, and it was good enough for a first down to move these chains.
He got grabbed by quite a few St. Charles West defenders and kept chugging along,
Yeah, just
pushing forward.
Powered right through that defense for 1st and 10.
Quick toss over to the left side. Ball popped out. And maybe it didn't pop out. Maybe they're going to mark him down. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Something flew out. I did see something fly across the field, so I don't know if it was, must not have been the ball. So 2nd and 12 after a 2-yard loss. And they'll put Clemens in motion again. They're going to go with the jet sweep. Clemens will cut back up the middle and get it across the original line of scrimmage. And I think he gained 3 yards. Yep, 3rd and 9.
So just under 4 minutes to go here before halftime. It's 20-7. Your Tigers lead it. We've got a 3rd down here. Trying to convert and move these chains again. 3rd and 9. The 28.
So 2 receivers on each side here for the Tiger offense. McGuire will put Clemens in motion. Fake the handoff, throw across the middle, and it's incomplete. As that will bring up 4th down. So it will be 4th and 9, and the Tigers will punt this one away.
Yeah, not a bad look there. And it was intended for Martavion Robinson, but he couldn't quite come down with it. I think the defense read that one really well too. So we're gonna have to punt it back to the Warriors now.
And just under 3.5 left here in the 2nd quarter. And we get a whistle. And it's a penalty on the Tigers. So that will push them back further to the 21-yard line. So a 5-yard penalty. So now Charlton will have to punt it away from inside the 10-yard line. It's a high punt, good punt as he's going to hit at the 50. Bounce up, and it's going to roll. And the Tigers will pick it up and down it in Warrior territory at the 36-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 36 with 3:16 left here in the 2nd quarter.
And last time this offense was on the field, they had to punt the ball away. So we'll see what they can come up with here as they have a little bit better field position to work with.
Dexter, quick update on the scoreboard. Cape Honda scoreboard. Dexter coming back, taking the lead. They now lead 25-14. Back to pass, throwing across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. It was a good job, good throw by Christian Mitchell, just receiver not quite open enough as he was covered by, I believe, well, he won't turn now, of course, that I'm trying to see his number. There we go. Blair Brown. Oh, I thought it was Clemens. It was Clemens. Either Clemens or Morris. May have been B.J. Morris. Quick snap, quick handoff, and he gets tripped up as he gets across the line of scrimmage and brought down at the 40-yard line, so a gain of 4. They're going to call it a gain of 5. Yeah, it's a gain of 4 because it's not on the 41. It's clearly on the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
So it's actually 3rd and 6. Third and 6, 2:42 to go here in the first half. Another quick snap and a quick handoff. He's going to try to get up the middle. And that was a good fake because I fell for it. He actually ran it around the other side. They probably would have been better off handing it off because he made it across the first down marker, while here they only gained, looks like, half a yard. So it'll be 4th and 5.5. So the Warriors will punt it away. Clemens setting up at about the 31. He waits to receive the kick. They're going to let the clock run down as they finally punt this one away. Another good punt there by the Warriors. It's going to get out of bounds at about the 30. We'll see where they mark him in the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 from their own 28 as the Tiger offense comes back out to go to work with 1:47.
Yeah, some of the, I guess you could say, explosiveness of the offense has maybe stalled out a little bit here in the second quarter. Of course, it's gone a lot faster, too, timing-wise. The second quarter's just flown by compared to the first quarter. But they have a 1st and 10 now from their own 28. 1:47 left to go, so it'd be nice to get something going here before halftime.
We had 3 receivers here to the right of Aiden McGuire. Take the snap, back to pass, looks to throw, throws downfield, and it's just over the outstretched fingertips of Jathan Spain, and it'll fall incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. I like it. Not a bad idea. Take a shot downfield. Why not?
I always enjoy seeing looks like that. But I like high offense and a lot of scoring and stuff like that. So 2nd and 10 with 1:41 to go. Ball on their own 28 still.
So we'll set up with 3 receivers to the right again. McGuire's going to roll to his right. He's going to look to throw downfield. He looks across now, and that pass is batted down, and it's going to be incomplete. You can almost hear the thud up here when it hit that that defender. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Still at the 28. 1:34 to go. And they're going to hand it off to Bridges, and he's just going to gain maybe a yard, maybe nothing. Going by that far judge. It did not go anywhere. It's 4th down, and we're going to get a timeout from St. Charles West. They're going to want the ball back with as much time as possible with 1:22 to go here in the second quarter. And they want to try to put up some points here before halftime because they're going to get the ball back to start the second half.
Yeah, and after that timeout, they still have 2, or that was their first timeout?
No, that's their last timeout.
That was their last timeout. Okay, so no timeouts left to work with, but they do still have plenty of time on the clock. Yeah, 1:22 here before halftime. It's a 2-score game still, 20-7 is the score, and since it is a timeout, we're going to tell you about Cape Girardeau Honda as Ryan sees if there's any changes in some of these score updates. Award-winning sales, award-winning service. Proud supporters of your Cape Central Tigers. You can find them on Seamers Drive in Cape or online at CapeGirardeauHonda.com. Home of the lifetime warranty and car washes for life. They are proud supporters of your Cape Central Tigers.
Yeah, Jackson leads 13-10 at halftime. Dexter leads over Sykeston 25-14 at halftime. So we're all relatively close in our football games this week.
Yeah.
The penalty against the Warriors. I think they had too many guys on the field. They did. So it's 4th and 5, 4th and 4. So they're still going to go ahead and punt this one away, though. As Charlton will kick this one away. That's a good kick as it's going to get back to, past the 20. And it's going to roll towards the end zone. The Tigers will let it go as far as they can. And what a punt by Joey Charlton. Pins them back deep in their own territory. They've got a lot of work. They've got 99 yards to go in 1:06 to try to put some points up before halftime. As Joey Charlton, a huge punt there.
I don't think you could have asked for a better punt than that one. That was as good as it gets there, and it's going to be spotted, we'll say, at the 1 yard line?
Yeah.
Right there at the 1 yard line. What a great kick from Charlton. 1:06 left to go before halftime. St. Charles West is going to have a long ways to go if they're going to try to get it down to the end zone.
So they're going to have to set up in the end zone, and he's going to step back to pass. No, he does. He hands it off, running it up the middle, breaking free, but he's going to get brought down at the 25-yard line. So that will help St. Charles West. And they're actually going to mark him down at the 23. And now St. Charles will go no huddle. They're going to try to pick up the tempo. Quick throw is caught, and he will go nowhere after the catch. Nice little gain there for St. Charles. That was Jace Little making the reception. As they're just shy of the 30-yard line, it'll be second down and 3. 36, they're ready to go again. Another quick throw, and it's going to be caught, but a gain of nothing, maybe even lost a yard there as they get that one to Leland White over on the far side. And it's still 3rd and 4, so they did lose a yard.
Yep, and I think they are running out of time if they want to score anything here before halftime.
Yep, 13 seconds. I think they're just going to let it go now. The play clock is off. They're all just kind of standing around. And they are going to just, they're giving each other high fives, St. Charles West is, so they're going to let it run out and go to the halftime locker room. The biggest thing there for that play was the punt from Joey Charlton, pinning them back at the 1 yard line, making them really have to work for it. They had the one big run, and the defense kind of stepping up and stopping and holding them from really gaining any kind of momentum going into the halftime locker room. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with a halftime show after this. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger Football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plaza since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. And Chandler at the half here, Tigers up 20-7 over St. Charles West. More points here in the first half than last week at the end of the first half. They've scored another touchdown. Yeah, the extra point was kind of bobbled on the snap, and Joey Charlton picked it up, tried to do something with it, make it a two-point conversion, but ended up just running out of room and getting swallowed up by St. Charles West defense. And so we're here at halftime for week number 1 without Keyshawn Boyd. It's actually week 2 of the regular season, but the first full game without Keyshawn Boyd, and so far, so good.
Yeah, I think overall there's a lot to feel good about, and especially in that first quarter. Especially in that first quarter with Izzy Bridges, him and Brayon Clemens too in this offense, and I'd say Deshaun Sims also. Just a lot of different guys kind of coming up and making some big plays here for this Central offense. So yeah, lots to feel good about at the half. 20-7. It's a comfortable 2-score lead, and we look to just kind of capitalize and keep improving in the second half.
Yeah, some halftime stats for you. For the Tigers, 130 yards on the ground. Izzy Bridges with 2 touchdowns. He had a 2-yard run and then a 73-yard run to pick up that third touchdown of the game as the Tigers answered the touchdown of St. Charles West with that huge run. Brayon Clemens with 13 on the ground, Jennings with 15, and Aiden McGuire with a loss of 3 on his only run as he tried to scramble around and make something out of nothing, and it just ran out of space. Jathan Spain has 14 yards on 1 reception, and Robinson also with 23 on a reception. Clemens with 41 yards and a touchdown reception. And Izzy Bridges with 6 yards receiving on 3 catches. Aiden McGuire, 99 yards through the air. He is 9 for 12. He has that 28-yard touchdown pass that he threw to Brayon Clemens as the second score of the game to make it 14-0. So a lot more passing this year too than what we normally see. This week, and I'm fine with that too because they've been good passes. Aiden McGuire has done well in the pocket. He hasn't panicked or scrambled out of anything that he should be scrambling out of. He's scrambled when he needs to and stepped up and thrown a few good plays. couple passes, just a little too much on it. But even then, it's still a good job by Aiden McGuire.
Yeah, he's just had some good looks
Yeah.
this evening. And we like to see it go into the air a little bit more. That's not something that's really typical of this Tigers offense, but it's something that, when your star running back goes down, you might need to throw some of those plays in a little bit more often. And I think that's what we're working with tonight. So, yeah, it's 20-7. That is the score here as the Tigers are playing their first home game of the season against St. Charles West. And the first quarter took some time. Second quarter went by a little bit faster, but here we are at halftime now. The band is on the field, and we got to tell you about our halftime sponsor as well here on Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM as well. And on YouTube, Cape Central Sports. Your halftime sponsor is MRV Banks. Cape Girardeau's go-to for all things banking, MRV Banks are proud supporters of the Cape Central Tigers. You can visit them on mrvbanks.com, also on Mount Auburn. And we were talking about that, Ryan. They have 2 different locations, so you can go by and visit them at either one. That is MRV Banks, proud supporters of Cape Central football.
And both locations on Mount Auburn. So if you don't see one, you'll see the other. You'll eventually get to one of them if you're taking Mount Auburn somewhere. So
you just get on Mount Auburn and you look for MRV.
That's right.
You're going to find one.
So yeah, the Tigers doing a good job here on offense, playing well. There's not much more you can ask for from your team when you're playing your first full game without your main piece of your offense. And they've done a very good job of doing just that here in week 2. As playing tough defense just like last week. The defense has done well. They've stepped up. They gave up a couple of big plays, but other than those 2 big plays, that touchdown that ended up being scored by St. Charles West really is not necessarily on the defense because the flags came in on special teams on the kickoff. Or on the on the kickoff, and that's what put them in such great field position. And sometimes when you're that close, it's hard to stop a team from getting across into the end zone. So, you can't really hold that against them. But other than that, I mean, they've done well. They've given up those 2 big plays and then kind of shut it down after that.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I mean, they defenses look solid all evening. It's just a matter of when they had those 2 personal fouls. Ended up the Warriors had the ball. They got it down to the 31. So they only had 31 yards to go to get that one and only touchdown that they have on the board this evening. So I think that's a good point that you brought that up. And we are at the halftime show. This is your halftime show sponsored by MRV Banks. And we're talking about those 2 locations. I can tell you where they're at. 1505 North Mount Auburn Road. That's one location. And then you can also visit them at 101 South Mount Auburn Road. MRV Banks, 2 locations here in Cape. And a lot of the games around the area, around the Heartland, are at halftime right now, just like we are. How about we look ahead, though, to tomorrow? We always like to talk a little college, maybe some NFL and everything. And tomorrow is week number 2 of college football. So, looking at some of these matchups. We had some good ones last week. Lots of good ones. And I think last week especially, I think the big game that a lot of people were talking about was Alabama and Florida State.
Yeah.
That was pretty big surprise there. Florida State came off of a 2-10 season last year. And, they were expected to be pretty good last year, too. They were preseason top 10. Florida State was preseason top 10. They only won 2 games last year. So they come out this year, and they played Alabama last week, and they won. I think the score was 31-17, I want to say. So how about that? Florida State, now they're ranked again. And, I think that's pretty impressive. But kind of looking at, some of the other games that are going on tomorrow, some of the big matchups. You know, there's not really as many of them, but as far as that goes, Oregon, Oklahoma State, that's going to be at 2:30 tomorrow. Ole Miss and Kentucky. How about Mizzou and Kansas? A classic rivalry there between those two schools. Mizzou is going to be hosting that game tomorrow at 2:30. So yeah, a few games. It's still early on, of course, in the season, but NFL starting up too. We had the Cowboys and Eagles last night. That was a good game. Came down to the very end. I was watching that. The Eagles ended up pulling that one off. Actually, we got an NFL game going on right now, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Chargers are beating the Chiefs 13-3.
What?
Okay. And it's right before halftime, it says. So 45 seconds left to go.
That's they're in Brazil, too, right?
Yeah. I think I did hear something about that. So, yeah, Friday night NFL game. We might have to keep you updated on that, too, as we go along this evening. But doesn't it feel good to say that football's back?
Yeah, it
sure
does. Yeah.
NFL and college, both, and high school. We keep up with all of them here, and we like to talk about them. But, yeah, the NFL Big Week 1 is taking place this week. And we talked about the Cowboys and Eagles. They played last night. The Eagles pulled that one off. Your reigning Super Bowl champions. And then we've had the preseason going on here for a while, but now we're getting into the regular season, week number 1. So any of these matchups kind of jumping out at you, Ryan? Anything that stands out here? Just kind of some classic conference rivalry.
Yeah, just some conference games. Yeah, that. Browns Bengals. It used to be a big deal. It's not as much anymore.
Yeah.
Lions Packers, maybe. I don't know what the Packers look like, but I think the Lions did pretty well against them last year. So
yeah.
That Monday night game does not look appealing at all. Vikings Bears.
Vikings and Bears.
That Vikings. Actually, who is their quarterback in Minnesota now? I don't even know.
Well, J.J. McCarthy would be on the team.
Yeah.
And who else would be on that team? Sometimes I can't always keep track.
Yeah. Well, they've gone through so many quarterbacks.
Yeah, I get so used to it. J.J. McCarthy is listed right now, but it says Carson Wentz is also.
They just signed him. I do know that.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe they're going to use him a little bit too. But I would assume it's safe to say McCarthy's going to be the starter.
Probably. I would say that.
And, of course, he was not able to play last year, but he will be able to play this year. So, yeah, looking at that's just kind of some scores that are going on and some games that we're kind of looking forward to getting to watch, everything like that. It is still early on into football season.
Yep. So we'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll have more of the MRV halftime show after this.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Looking to upgrade your floors? Come see why Stone Mountain Flooring is the top choice in Southeast Missouri. Locally owned and operated, they offer a huge selection of name brand carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile, all at the lowest prices around. The talented team will help you find the perfect flooring with free estimates and financing available. Stop by today at 410 Seamers Drive in Cape or visit online at stonemountainflooring.biz. Quality floors, great prices, and service you can trust. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes, such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your career in Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
And welcome back. You are listening to the halftime show on Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. Also on YouTube. You can watch and listen to us over there, Cape Central Sports. We have live stream for you each and every week. So still halftime here, 20-7. That is your score, and the Tigers are leading the St. Charles West Warriors. So far in this one, lots to feel good about. The offense has come out there, and so far we have Izzy Bridges for 2 touchdowns on the night. Of course, he was our player of the game last week, or as we like to call it, the Garber's Menswear Best Dressed Player of the Game. And we awarded him with that last week here on the Cape Radio 95.7 FM and 1550. We appreciate everybody tuning in over there on YouTube as well. So, Ryan, we're kind of looking at some of the different games and everything. A couple more kind of big ones in college that I forgot about tomorrow with Iowa and Iowa State. That's a big one.
Oh,
and, that's a big kind of a rivalry matchup there. Also, a top 25 matchup is Michigan and Oklahoma. I noticed that one. Number 15 ranked Michigan and number 18 ranked Oklahoma. So, yeah, just kind of a couple little things to be watching there as we get into week number 2 of college football. And I was talking about Izzy Bridges. We gave him our player of the week last week, Ryan, and we said a best dressed player. That's what we call it with Garber's Menswear. So who's going to be our player this week? Well, we'll just have to stay tuned for this second half, find out, and see. It's a 2-score game. Tigers lead St. Charles West 20-7. As the Tigers are making their way back out onto the field, as you know, though, they're always going to add a little bit more time on for halftime. We always seem to take a little bit more time than what they say, at least. But yep, that's kind of what we're looking at so far right now. The Chargers are beating the Chiefs. How about that? I know we got probably a lot of Chiefs fans out there listening to us, but neither one of us happen to be Chiefs fans, so much for that. Looks like the Chiefs did actually score a field goal right before halftime, so it's 13-6 there at the half. And the Tigers are getting warmed up on the field. St. Charles doing the same thing. How about another college update for you? James Madison and Louisville, they're tied.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there was another game for them tonight, too.
Yeah, and I like that. I like how college will have games sometimes on Thursday, Friday. You'll even sometimes see, and it's pretty rare, but they'll sometimes do a Wednesday night game too. And it's the smaller conferences that like to do that, specifically the MAC. The MAC will like to play some games on Wednesday night. So you might see a Buffalo game or a Akron Zips, maybe a Toledo. Some of those teams will play occasionally on a Wednesday night. And yeah, it's just kind of fascinating to see how all those colleges schedule the games and everything like that, or even the fact, you look at some of the bigger colleges like, for example, the Big 12 and the Big 10, they will only schedule 3 non-conference games every year, and then the rest are always going to be in conference. ACC and the SEC will typically, what they like to do is they like to schedule 4 non-conference games, and I think the reason, at least for the SEC, they kind of got their commissioners together and said, well, we want to do something where basically we're giving, because it gets to be November or whatever, and there's a lot of tough games.
Yeah.
You might have to play Georgia or Alabama or LSU. And so, yeah, that's something that we think about there. And the ACC and the SEC, those are the 2 that have the 4 games, but Big 12 and the Big 10, they always just do 3. But anyway, we are still at the half, still getting warmed up here as they add a little bit more time on the clock. But it is 20-7 here at the half.
So, real quick before we get started in the second half, earlier this week, the Cape Tiger family lost a member Tuesday night. Quayshawn Chisholm, former quarterback, basketball player for Cape Central, passed away. And, it's a big blow for a lot of the coaches on the team who were around when he played. He graduated in 2018. He was a Card Trophy recipient, the best player in Southeast Missouri in football. He was part of the team that went to the semifinals. He was part of the basketball team, and they had a great run there between him and Al Young on the team at the same time. Al Young, one of his good friends, best friends, lost Quayshawn Chisholm earlier this week, and our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers go out to his family, his friends, his wife, his children, and it hurts. It's tough.
Yeah. You said he graduated in 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
Wow. So he would have only been, 26 years old?
26, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, that is sad.
So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back with the second half.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here at Cape Central High School as we get ready for the third quarter. And the Tigers will kick the ball away. They will kick it to St. Charles West to start the second half. As Joey Charlton kicks it away. And a deep kick back to the 1 yard line as the Warriors will try to bring it out. He's going to get across, find a hole up to the 25, and we'll see where they spot him. It looks like maybe the 26 yard line. So 6 seconds off the clock after the kick return. Looks like they actually placed it at the 27, so a good 26-yard return for St. Charles West as they'll set up in shotgun. He's going to step back to pass, throws it across the middle, and it's incomplete. And I think that one went right off the hands of the defender, JoJo Hamlin, because Hamlin is upset with himself. I think he had a chance to intercept that one.
Yeah, definitely could have been a pick.
Yeah. And I know it's no consolation. I mean, it doesn't make him feel any better because he feels like he should have had it. But the fact that he was still able to knock it down is good. Just when you're on defense, you want that interception, though.
That's right.
So St. Charles will go back to that kind of wishbone formation and a quick run, and he'll gain about 3 yards to the 30. So it'll bring up 3rd and 7 as the quarterback keeper, Christian Mitchell, runs it up the middle himself. So the stats that we tried to look up for St. Charles West, I don't know if they're just not right. I mean, they had hardly any stats at all. I mean, they had one touchdown pass from a different quarterback. Sigma made the touchdown pass, but he hasn't played the quarterback yet here tonight. As Mitchell will roll, he's going to throw, and he overthrows his receiver, and it's out of bounds. So it'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and 7. And the Warriors will punt this one away.
Once again, Ryan, the defense holds strong here, and we were giving them credit at halftime for this. And they do it again, 3 and out, and now the Warriors are going to be forced to punt the ball back to the Tigers.
So Clemens back around the 40, awaiting the kick. And a low snap, he has to pick it up off the turf. Now he's going to run with it. He's going to roll out to the far sideline. He's going to be out of bounds. They'll eventually turn it over now. So not what St. Charles West wanted, but it's better for the Tigers than expected as they get it at the 33-yard line in St. Charles West territory. And there is a flag on the ground out at about the 28-yard line. And it's a penalty against the Tigers. So it'll be a 1st down for the Warriors as they get bailed out on a penalty by the defense. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 40. So one receiver here to the left side as they'll set up under center. He'll take the snap, and he will hand it off, running it up the middle and getting across the 45 to the 46. We'll make it 2nd and 4.
A nice drop there by Jonathan Williams to bring him down on the tackle. It's a 2nd and 4, they're going to say. With 10:25 left to go in the 3rd quarter, 20-7, the Tigers lead it.
So they'll set up under center once again. And Mitchell will take the snap, quick handoff, and he's going to power forward. He's going to get himself a 1st down as he gets across the 50 down to the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 49.
This Tigers defense going to send in a few more players onto the field. Traquan Hunt, also Mason Oliver. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They got the ball just past midfield into Tiger territory.
Another quick handoff, and he'll gain a few. Falling forward towards the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him short of the 45, so it'll be 2nd and 5.5. And they're going to say it's going to be 2nd and 7. We got 3.
So, yeah, the Warriors have been able to keep their drive alive here after a few costly penalties, and they find themselves now driving down the field into Tiger territory here, 2nd down.
Christian Mitchell sets up under center again, and we're going to get a flag as that front running back, number 22, let me find him, Ty Ducate, fell forward, tried to hold himself back, but he just couldn't do it. He was a little too amped up, and that'll push him back, so it'll be 2nd and 12 with just under 9 minutes to go here in the third. So what originally was a turnover on downs, turned out to be a first down on a penalty, and here comes the defense. Mitchell trying to escape. He's going to get wrapped up, brought down well back behind the line of scrimmage. And a big loss for the Warriors. Puts them back even further in their own territory, down to the 43. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and 18.
And once again, another great defensive play there from Jonathan Williams. He comes in with the sack there, makes it 3rd and long now. 3rd and 18.
So shotgun, and Mitchell's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to run. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be 4th and 10, maybe 4th and 9. We'll see where they place the football. Yeah, basically 4th and 10. So they'll try to punt this one away again. They're just going to let the clock run quite a bit before he finally kicks it away, and it's going to be caught at about, it's going to get away. Clemens will fall on it because I think it did go off his hands. And he will fall on it inside the 10-yard line. Had he not fallen on it, St. Charles West could have picked it up and tried to score.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse than what it was, for sure. So it's, still 20-7. That is still your score here at Tiger Stadium. And let's tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring real quick. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring. Visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape or online at stonemountaincarpet.biz. Proud supporters of Cape Central football. So 1st and 10 here from their own 7, and we got a flag.
Oh. Before anything even happens. And it's a false start on the Tigers. So that'll push them back to the 4. Three and a half? I don't know.
Guess 3.5 if you want to
probably,
be technical. Half the distance to the goal. 1st and 14, they'll say. From, somewhere around that 3 or 4 yard line.
They'll take the snap. Looking to pass. And that was just a mess. I don't even know how to even call that. They get it up to the 5, so they gained a couple after that. So it'll be 2nd and 12 from the 5-yard line.
A little bit rough there offensively, but they're still in the hole here. They're just got to kind of work their way out of this with 2nd and 12.
McGuire will take the snap, hand it off to Bridges. He's going to push forward, get to almost to the 15-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. See where they mark it. It looks like they may have marked it at the 15. Yep. 3rd and 2. Nice 10-yard gain there for Izzy Bridges.
He's having a big game.
Got a receiver on each side here. McGuire will take the snap. And it's going to be, should be incomplete. Yeah, that'll bring up 4th and 2. And the Tigers are going to have to punt this one away.
So he was trying to find Clemens there, but I just don't think it was going to work.
Yeah, Clemens. I think, did I say Bridges? I think I said Bridges. I meant to say Clemens.
Yeah.
4th and 2, and the Tigers are going to have to punt this one away as we've hit a bit of a lull since the first quarter.
We really have.
And a good punt there by Charlton as it does end up going out of bounds in their own territory. And it's going to be, holy cow, where is he going? The 38-yard line. Man, he just kept walking. I didn't think it would out bounds that far up.
No, I don't think it did.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38.
Yeah, once again, see if the Warriors here, last time they had good field position, and it was a little bit better than this, but they were able to get some points on the board. We'll see what they can do here as, yeah, neither team has scored in quite some time at this point. 5:36 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
So a quick handoff as he's breaking a few tackles, and finally looks like they're going to bring him down. As it looks like a gain of 2 before they finally mark him down, before they finally blew the whistle. They should probably mark it, I think, back further since they let him go as far as as long as they did. As Leland White gains a yard. So maybe not, maybe they did do it the right way. To say those 2 yards looked awfully big. And they'll turn hand at it. Nope, they're going to fake the handoff, and he's going to throw it incomplete. And that should, there it is. Well, that should be an intentional grounding. It should not be a penalty on the Tigers, as there was nobody there. The Tigers acting upset, but that should be.
There we go.
Yeah, intentional grounding. So that will move them back quite a ways as there he is, Dawson Sikma in at quarterback, and his first play is an incomplete pass and intentional grounding. That's going to move them all the way back to the Tiger 49-yard line. So that's going to be a 2nd and 20, 2nd and 21.
And you know, they don't always call the intentional grounding. You know, that's not a call that you'll see a lot of games, but in this case, I think it was very necessary.
Yeah, that was a little too obvious to just let go.
And give credit to JoJo Hamlin for getting back there and getting pressure to that quarterback.
And we get a couple flags. I think this one's on the Tigers. Might be encroachment. It is, and that'll make it second. It'll make it 3rd and 15, 16. Yeah, 3rd and 16. 4:52 left here in the 3rd quarter. We've gone a quarter and a half without any points. Oh, a quick handoff. He's going to run it up the middle, and he'll fall to the turf as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard up ahead of it.
Now, I have a feeling the offense is probably going to stay on the field for this one.
Fourth and 10.
Is that what they're going to say? Yeah, 4th and 10. So he got back up to the line of scrimmage there. Nope. I guess now we're going to send the punting team out.
They thought about it.
I thought they probably would, just given the field position of it. But yeah, they'll punt the ball back to the Tigers here.
So it'll be interesting to see. No, it's a
we got
fake punt. And it's incomplete. Just a little too far out in front of his intended receiver. As Mitchell, who is also a punter, the quarterback and punter, and threw that one incomplete. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 38-yard line. So a little bit better field position this time than on their previous drive.
Yeah, this we saw a lot of offense in that first quarter, but since then we really haven't seen much. And yeah, you said, what, it's been a quarter and a half? Probably a little over that at this point without any scores at all to speak of. But 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. We'll see if they can get something rolling here.
McGuire with a snap. He's going to hand it off, running it up the middle and getting to the 46-yard line, 46, 47, 46 and a half. Nice run there by Izzy Bridges. I call it a gain of 9. So 2nd and 1, 3:36 to go. As we're just about ready to hit 9 o'clock. And a quick handoff again, running it up the middle. That's enough for a 1st down. Bridges gains. Looks like 3 yards to the 50.
I think that ambulance might have hit a skunk earlier, right?
Yeah, something hit. Yeah, somebody hit a skunk. That was rough. It's not as bad now as it was, but man.
So 1st and 10 right from midfield. 3:01 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Put a man in motion, quick snap, hand it off to Clemens. He's going to run around the outside on the far side. Gets enough for a 1st down. And he gets across the 40 to the 38. Nope, to the 37. So nice gain of 12.
Yeah, good enough to move the chains, bring up another 1st down for this Tigers offense.
McGuire will hand it off again, this time going around this near side. He's going to break free. One man to beat into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And that is Torrance Murray, who picks up the touchdown for Cape Central. Makes it 26-7 with 2:22 to go here in the 3rd.
And that will bring the scoring drought to an end here, Ryan. We had gone a long time without seeing any points on the board, and there's 6 of them for you. Now, is there a flag back here?
No.
This might be coming back.
There is a flag.
There is a flag down around the 35-yard line.
So we'll have to take that off of the board. And it's back to 20-7, 1st and 15. Two receivers to the left side. McGuire takes the snap. And handoff is kind of bobbled between the two, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain for Izzy Bridges. And it'll be 2nd and 15. Nope, 2nd and 18, sorry. He didn't lose anything. It was 1st and 18. My math was wrong. I'm only as good as a scoreboard operator. Three receivers to the left side.
It's my jump.
And we did get a jump And it's a false start on the Tigers.
Well, dang.
So that's going to make it second and very long. We at the 50, second and 23. A minute 25 to go here in the third. McGuire will set up again with a Murray in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Murray. He's going to try to go around the outside. He slips one tackle, slips another. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage and plows over his defender that was right in front of him. So a nice gain up to the 36-yard line. So a gain of 14.
Yeah, nice run there from Torrance Murray. How about it? And we got a flag.
Ah, geez. We're going backwards again.
Too many flags. We're getting lots of flags, especially in this drive. Wow, this is going to set them back a pretty good ways here.
So that'll make it second and
30.
What, 30? Yeah.
Jeez. Second and 30. And we're back into our own territory now.
Yeah, what do you do here? Do you try to throw it now or just keep trying to run it?
Might as well air it out.
43 seconds to go here in the third. And he's going to go ahead and hand it off. And I think he just makes it back to the original line of scrimmage. Nope, lost a yard. It's Izzy Bridges. Lost a yard. And now we're at 3rd and 31 with 18 seconds. And I believe we're just going to let the clock run out. Start over here in the fourth. And that will do it for the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth. Tigers lead 20-7. We'll be back after this.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Are you ready to transform your space from drab to fab? Look no further than Stone Mountain Flooring, your one-stop destination for all your flooring needs. Whether you're revamping your home or giving your office a fresh new look, Stone Mountain's extensive selection of high-quality flooring will inspire your imagination and elevate your space. From LVT to carpet, tiles, and more, Stone Mountain has the perfect flooring solution for you. Call 573-335-8050 or visit Stone Mountain Flooring on Seamers Drive in Cape.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here in the fourth quarter, Cape Central leads 20-7 here over St. Charles West as the Tigers face a very 3rd and long. They're going to pass it over to Clemens. Clemens gets to the 50, stutter steps. He's going to get past the defense and get out of bounds just shy of the 30. And a big run for the Tigers gets them into 4th and manageable.
Yeah, 4th and 2? 4th and 3?
4th and 5.
4th and 5. Okay, I thought he was a little bit closer than that, but he ran out of bounds, so we couldn't really see where he ran out of bounds.
Vantage point, yeah.
But nevertheless, that's a good gain there of 25 after a big hole that they found themselves in. We'll go for it here. 4th down.
McGuire back to pass. Throws up towards the end zone, and it's tipped and incomplete. And that'll turn the ball over to the Warriors. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line in their own territory. Chandler, is it raining?
Oh, it might be.
It is.
I see that.
And once you kind of cover the lights, you can see the rain coming down.
If you just look at it just right,
Yeah.
you can see some light rain. They were talking about that before the game. Some people saying, they think it might rain this evening.
And a quick handoff as he'll try to run it up the left or the right side, and he'll get brought down across the 35 to the 36 or 37. So gain of 4 makes it 2nd and 6.
And this defense across now heading into four quarters of just really solid defense and getting pressure to this quarterback, not really allowing many yards at all on the ground or through the air.
Another quick snap and a handoff, and they'll get it across the 40 to the 41. So a gain of 4 makes it 3rd and 2. Sigma back out as quarterback for St. Charles West. As he sits up under center, they have kind of figured out they can gain a good little bit of yards each time when they set up under center like this. And just run that ball right up the middle, and the pile still falling forward as they get across the 50-yard line to the 40, 44 and a half. 1st down for the Warriors as they get into Tiger territory. Quick snap, quick handoff, and running it up the middle. Brought down shy of the 40-yard line. Looks like the 42. Gain of 4 makes it 2nd and 6. Just over 10 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. And Chandler still no points since the 1st quarter.
It's been some time.
And a quick handoff. He's going to run it up the middle, get across, and get himself a nice 1st down.
That's Leland White on the carry for the Warriors. Going to move those chains, bring up another 1st down for them.
Got it to the 31.
Yeah, this is better field position than what they've seen for most of the night, at least. I think they've only been here one other time, and they scored.
So they'll set up again in that I formation. Hand it off right away, and he's still able to find a little bit of a groove there, a little bit of a hole, and get across the 30 down to the 28. So a gain of 3 makes it 2nd and 7.
Guess they're going to have to kind of try to stop this run game up the middle they've found some success with here as of late.
So 9:03 to go here in the 4th. And a quick pass over to the side, and it's going to be incomplete as he didn't have possession of the ball when he took a couple steps. So it's an incomplete pass, and then it'll bring up 3rd down.
He was trying to get that ball out there to Brody Anderson, but just not quite on the money there. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and 7, 8:57 left to go in the game.
We're going to try to run it up the middle, and he's not going to get much. There we go. Now the whistles finally blow. And that will bring up 4th down. Looks like they gained 2 yards, so it'll be 4th and 5. And of course, they're going to go for it. 4th and 4, says the scoreboard. So 8.5 to go here in the 4th, and you have to go for it at this point.
If you're the Warriors, this is big right here. This is kind of game changing. If you make this or not.
Yeah, we are.
And we had something happen there. It's got to be a false start or a timeout. Let's see what happens. Yep, false start on the Warriors. So that'll push them back, and it'll make it a 4th and 9, 4th and 10. I think it was 4th and 5. As it goes back to the 31-yard line. So 4th and 10. I mean, you're still in a position you're going to have to go for it.
Yeah. Yep, at this point in the game, you have to go for it, but, if you don't make it, then it's putting this game even further out of reach, and if you do, then you're still kind of somewhat hanging in there, but you're slowly running out of time.
A quick scoreboard update. Dexter leading 38-24 over Sykeston. And we get another whistle, and it looks like another false start on the Warriors. And that's going to push them back further. That'll make it 4th and 15. Jackson leads 25-10 at the end of the 3rd quarter. See if we have any other updates here for you. St. Vincent trailing 42-7 to Valley.
Valley's always really good, aren't they?
Yeah. DeSoto leads Perryville 25-14 in the 4th quarter. Back to pass. Quick deep throw, and it's going to be intercepted. Interception by the Tiger defense. And I believe that is Colin Chastain who comes down with the ball. And it's going to be 1st and 10 in their own territory at the 10-yard line. With 7:19 to go here in the 4th. The defense stepping up big here again late in the game. So a receiver on each end as McGuire will hand it off. Running it up the middle, breaking through, finding a big hole as he gets across to the 25-yard line. A good gain of 15 yards for Izzy Bridges. Now 2 receivers to the left. None on the right. And McGuire will take the snap, hand it off again. Running it. Starting to go up the middle. Cuts across over to the far side. Pushing his way through. A couple stiff arms. He broke a tackle, and it's a big gain for Izzy Bridges again. That'll be another 8-yard run for the Tigers, and Bridges keeps racking up the yards.
Yeah, they give it to him again. He's having such a big night, but yeah, they hand it to him again there, and he goes around to that right corner, and how about that 2nd down now? And they're going to say about 2 yards to go.
Well, set up in that same formation with the 2 receivers to the left. And they're going to hand it off again, and Bridges will get the 1st down as he gains, looks like 4. So 1st and 10 from the 37 with 6:04 to go here in the 4th quarter.
And yeah, at this point, with everything going on, I would say, you know, Central just needs to hang on to the ball, burn as much clock as possible, and just secure the win here.
So McGuire sets up again, calls for the snap. He's going to hand it off. This time it's to Torrance Murray. He's going to get around to the 40 and gain a couple extra past the 40, and looks like maybe the 42. Should be a gain of 5 for Torrance Murray. Second and 5 to go.
Yeah, it sure does feel nice up here in the press box.
There's a nice little breeze, too, coming through the window.
It says 66 degrees right now, so yeah, we'll take it.
Receiver on each side. They'll put Spain in motion as he moves over, and they'll hand it off, running it up the left side. And they're going to mark him, looks like just a yard short of the first down. As I think that might have been Torrance Murray once again. Can't really tell. So 3rd and 1. McGuire will get the snap, hand it off to Murray. Stiff arms, gets the first down, gets across the 50 to the 49. Gain of 5 for Torrance Murray. So 1st and 10. 4:12 to go here in the 4th quarter. Murray will come off the field.
Yeah, they'll send Bridges back in there for Murray after 1st and 10, and that clock keeps on ticking. We got just under 4 minutes left in this game. 20-7. Feels like we've been saying that score for a long time. Well, that's because it has not changed. 22-7 is your score.
McGuire hands it off. Running it up the middle is Bridges. It's like a gain of 4. Second and 6. And we get a timeout from St. Charles West. .342 left here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 6 and a timeout by St. Charles. And Chandler will tell you about our sponsors.
Let's go ahead and tell you right now about Cape Girardeau Honda. Award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of your Cape Central Tigers. You can find them on Seamers Drive in Cape or online at CapeGirardeauHonda.com. And that is the home of the lifetime warranty and car wash specials for life. That is Cape Girardeau Honda. So make sure you go by and check them out. Now, I don't know if we have any updates on any high school games that we've been following along with, but I know there's a couple college games going on right now. Louisville's pulled out in front of James Madison 28-14, and then Boise State and Eastern Washington are playing right now. I think that's kind of a cool matchup, and I'll tell you why. You know why that's a cool matchup? Boise is blue field, and it's being played in Boise.
Yeah.
Eastern Washington plays on a red field. So those two teams are playing each other right now, and Boise's up 27-7.
I always forget about Eastern Washington and their red field. Handing it off, running it up the left side, and being stopped. Looks like he gained a yard. Yep, a gain of 1. And we're going to get another timeout by St. Charles West. It's 3rd and 5. They're going to try to they want to get this ball back with enough time to try to make it a 1-score game. The 3:33 left here in the 4th. I don't know if that's enough time that's enough time to score a touchdown, but the way the Tigers have been moving the ball and playing defense, it's not enough to score 2.
So I mentioned we mentioned Boise, and we also mentioned Eastern Washington. Do you know if there are any other teams, any other college teams that have like non-traditional colors? I think there's a few.
I think it's Central Arkansas.
That's who I was thinking of. Yes,
they have. I think theirs is still like
it's
gray.
like a gray. Yeah, it's like a dark gray color. That's who I was thinking of. But now I'm just kind of curious on if there's anybody else. And it says, well, Coastal Carolina plays on a field that's teal.
Yeah.
So how about that? I didn't realize that. But now that I can think about what that looks like because I've seen that on TV.
Yeah.
And they've had some good seasons too.
Whoop. And they get the Warriors to jump across on the hard count. And that will make it 3rd and, I'm guessing, inches. And then we're going to call it 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1, the Tigers get four-ish yards. Should be 5 yards. Should be first down, but they're going to mark it short. And they're going to hand it off. Murray will cut back to this near sideline, get across the 30 down to the 25, and a big gain by Torrance Murray. Gets the first down and more. See where they mark him, and they're going to mark him at the 26. Is that a 14? 12-yard gain, I think.
It's going to be good enough to move those chains once again for this Central offense. 1st and 10.
McGuire will take the snap, hand it off to Murray again. He's going to run it up the middle, and he'll get spun around and brought down after a gain of, looks like 6. Should be 2nd and 4, and St. Charles will burn their final timeout with 3:17 to go here in the 4th quarter. So now all you need to do is just keep running the ball, get that first down, take as much time off the clock as possible.
Yep, just put this game away. And I know I said that about, well, I don't know, 10 minutes ago or so now, but that's really what they've done. So they have done very well here, just kind of maintaining the clock and maintaining this game. We tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring is your trusted source for all things flooring. You can visit them on Seamers Drive in Cape, or you can visit them online at stonemountaincarpet.biz. Proud sponsors of Cape Central football.
I can't tell. I don't think it's raining, but I can't really tell.
No, it's not raining right now, I don't think.
Yeah, because a couple of people still have their umbrellas out, but I think that's just because it was raining and they just don't realize
it. It was definitely raining earlier, but
yeah, it just kind of looks kind of hazy over there.
Maybe it'll start up here again.
So 2 receivers to the right side. They'll move Spain to his left, and they're going to hand it off to Bridges. He's going to run it up the middle, and he's going to break free and then get over and taken down at the 10-yard line. So a nice gain of 12 for Izzy Bridges. And it's 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Three minutes to go as the clock continues to run. And the only thing that St. Charles can do now is watch the clock tick away as they are out of timeouts. Two receivers to the left side. They'll take the snap, hand it off. Bridges will run it up the middle. And I think he gets stopped after a gain of maybe just 1. Looks like 2. To the 8-yard line.
Got a player down.
And we have an injury timeout here. As I'm not sure what they're looking at out there on him. possibly could be cramping up. You know, it's another one of those, it's cool.
Yeah.
And you don't sweat a whole lot, but you sweat enough. That possible cramping, I don't know.
So as they look at him, I'm going to tell you once again about Cape Girardeau Honda. And I know Ryan over here is going to get a few local scores pulled up for us as I do so. Make sure you check out Cape Girardeau Honda, home of the lifetime warranty and car washes for life. Proud supporters of your Cape Central Tigers. You can find them online at CapeGirardeauHonda.com. And you can also find them on Seamers Drive here in Cape.
Yeah, no
real updates, huh?
No updates, yeah.
I think last I saw the NFL game, Chargers just scored again, 20-12. They are beating the Chiefs right now. Okay. We'll take it. We're not Chiefs fans, but I know some of you all are, so that's okay. Player is still down on the field here at Tiger Stadium as they are checking him out. And yeah, last week we had a lot of those cramps. That was something that a lot of players were experiencing on both sides. I mean, both New Madrid and Cape Central had that happening a lot last week. But yeah, I guess that's something that might be a factor in tonight's game as well. They're helping him up right now.
New Madrid County Central and East Prairie, it's 44-40 in the fourth quarter. New Madrid County Central up by 4.
That's a good game.
Fredericktown lost to Herculaneum 28-0. St. Vincent, they fell 42-7 to Valley. And then no other updates. 25-14 DeSoto up over Perryville, which I feel like that was the same score we said earlier.
Yeah.
Dexter up 38-24 in the fourth quarter.
It was good to see that they're able to help him off the field there. That is Matt, would you say Matt Pope or Matt Pop?
Pope. I say Pope.
I think Pope is how they typically say that. So.
I'll have to double check. The only reason I say that is because I knew someone with the same exact last name, and it was pronounced Pope.
That's kind of what I thought.
Murray running around the outside on the left side, and he gets into the end zone as he jumps. And a touchdown for the Tigers. And are there flags? No flags? Before we start adding up points. Let's see. We had a whistle. I heard a whistle, and the Tigers are going back out there.
I don't see it, though.
I don't see a flag.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nope, It is a touchdown. And it's a penalty on the Tigers after the touchdown. So it is 26-7 after the Torrance Murray touchdown run from the 8-yard line.
Another signal there.
And the Tigers, they're going to tack the penalty on to the kickoff.
Okay.
And we're going to go for the extra point as Joey Charlton steps up, marks it off, and he's ready to go as the referees blow the whistle. And a quick snap, and we get a flag. And it's offsides on St. Charles. And the penalty is declined. Jackson is up 32-10 with 2 minutes to go in their game. And the kick is, oh, that one was a bad kick. That's no good.
Somebody had to block that one.
Somebody had to get a hand on that one, I think, too. Yeah, that was just, it looked like it took a weird angle. It kind of, I don't know how to say, bobbled as it went through the air. I don't know.
Yeah, didn't even get to the uprights. It just kind of fizzled out. But 26-7, that's your score here. 2:02 left to go in the ball game. And Central finally gets some more points on the board and putting their lead even more in a comfortable spot here as we are looking to improve to 2-0 on the season. Let's tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, located at Seamers Drive in Cape. You will see them there, and they are locally owned. They have been for the last 32 years. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. Find them online at stonemountaincarpet.biz. So after that penalty, which was after the touchdown, they will enforce that onto the kickoff here.
So they're going to kick this one off from the 25-yard line, which is where they kicked it earlier when they had those two unsportsmanlike penalties. And, missed the pickup there on the kickoff, but they're going to be able to pick it up and run around over to the left side, the far sideline. And he'll get brought down at the 33-yard line. So they were able to turn what could have been a disaster into something positive.
And we got to hand it to this Tigers defense because they have looked so strong all night long here. Yeah, the only points that they've been able to score, that the Warriors have been able to score, was when they had the ball, and it was because of those two different personal fouls. They had the two personal fouls, and it set them up in really, really good field position. And that's the only time this offense has been able to score. Every other time, defense will stop them. And I think there's something to be said about that tonight.
So they'll set up under center, quick handoff, and it's going to gain, looks like 3 yards. Yep, 2nd and 7. They have the ball marked at the 37 on the scoreboard, but it's actually marked on the 36 on the line, or on the field. So they'll get under center again, and they're going to fake the one handoff, hand it off to the back running, the far back halfback, and he's going to get brought down at the line of scrimmage. Yep, the original line of scrimmage. So back to 3rd and 10 from the 33 as we are under a minute to go here into this fourth quarter.
One more snap in this one, I believe, and it'll be final.
Yep, we are under 40 seconds, almost to 35. So, there's a fake handoff and another handoff back on the second option. And they're going to gain, it looks like 2 yards. And the play clock is off as the regular clock, game clock down to 16 seconds. And I think, St. Charles is just going to go ahead and let it run out and line up here for the handshake. So the Tigers will win it 26-7 and improve to 2-0 on the year as the St. Charles West Warriors will fall to 0-2. And we will take a break. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger Football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Get in the game and show your support for your Central Tigers sports with Garber's Menswear. Their community-driven brand proudly supports these young athletes, fostering teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship. Garber's has been a community staple in the town plazas since 1960, and they're proud to support our youth as they grow into adult members of the community. Join them in cheering our student athletes on to victory. Together, Garber's and our community can build a brighter future, one game at a time.
Go Tigers!
Are you ready to transform your space from drab to fab? Look no further than Stone Mountain Flooring, your one-stop destination for all your flooring needs. Whether you're revamping your home or giving your office a fresh new look, Stone Mountain's extensive selection of high-quality flooring will inspire your imagination and elevate your space. From LVT to carpet, tiles, and more, Stone Mountain has the perfect flooring solution for you. Call 573-335-8050 or visit Stone Mountain Flooring on Seamers Drive in Cape.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
This is Chris Brown, General Manager at Cape Girardeau Honda. We're proud to support our Cape Central Tiger athletes and this community we call home. Right now, we have our largest inventory of new Hondas ever, plus a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. And when you buy with us, you'll drive with confidence thanks to our lifetime warranty and car washes for life at no extra cost. Cape Girardeau Honda, award-winning sales, award-winning service, and proud supporters of our hometown teams. That's the Cape Girardeau way. Come see us today and let's get you in the Honda you've been waiting for. Cape Girardeau Honda in Cape.
At MRV Banks, we offer personalized loan options that offer an alternate to credit card debt and are tailored to your needs. Whether you're financing a big purchase or consolidating debt, our team is here when you need us most. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and a quick and easy application process, combined with our amazing local customer service and support, let our experienced lenders meet with you to discuss what's best for your success. MRV Banks, we are from here and love living here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Discovery Playhouse Cape Girardeau, Rock and Roll Drive-In Chaffee, Momo's Favorite Treats Cape Girardeau, and Tropical Island Pets Cape Girardeau.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
This is Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers win 26-7 here over St. Charles West to improve to 2-0 on the year, as the Warriors will fall to 0-2. So the Tigers held the Warriors to their average. They've averaged 7 points in both games. They scored a touchdown last week and one this week. While the Tigers, they scored a little bit higher this time. They had 21 last week, and they had 26 this week. So a little bit higher average than last week, a little higher finish. Some final stats for you. Hang on. Turn that light on.
It got too dark.
It got too dark. Izzy Bridges, he's going to finish with 204 yards. Breon Clemens, 204 yards with 2 touchdowns. Breon Clemens with 50 yards on the ground. R.J. Jennings, he'll finish with 15. Aiden McGuire with -3, and Torrance Murray with 38 yards and a touchdown. And receiving, Jathan Spain with 14 yards. Robinson with 23. Clemens with 28 yards, 40. Hang on. I just lost my math. 37 yards and a touchdown. And Bridges with 6 yards. And then McGuire, 99 yards through the air with a touchdown. So our Garber's best-dressed player of the game, it's going to have to be Izzy Bridges, as he had himself 2 touchdowns, 204 yards on the ground. And one of those touchdowns, a big 73-yard run to answer that touchdown that St. Charles West had scored. They had made it 14-7, and then Izzy Bridges said, I don't like that. I'm going to take care of that. And runs it all the way to the house for 73 yards. And really, that honestly could be considered the one that sealed the deal. Honestly, it was only the first quarter. We had all those points in the first quarter, but that's the one that kind of seemed to end it for the Warriors. They got nothing after that. And then neither did the Tigers up until the end here in the fourth quarter when Torrance Murray was able to put the ball in the end zone on a 7-yard run.
Yeah. So Izzy, he's going to be able to go over to Garber's now and get everything that he wants done. And, you know, whether it's prom or weddings, anything, really, there's all kinds of stuff that you'll find at Garber's Menswear. And that's what's so cool about the best-dressed player of the game is each one of the players that we select, you know, they get to go to Garber's Menswear. That's kind of a cool little thing that we've worked out. So Garber's Menswear, proud sponsors of Cape Central football, and you're ready to step up in style, go to the experts, Garber's Menswear. You can find them at the Town Plaza in Cape, also online at garbersmenswear.com. So back-to-back weeks, we select Izzy Bridges for that title, sophomore running back, and yeah, pretty impressive, really. The last 2 weeks, he has stepped up for this offense in a big, big way and filling the void of Keyshawn Boyd, that is. So we are going to probably wrap things up here at Cape Central.
20-6, Tigers on top. Passed on, you know, who the player of the game was to Paul, and all I get from Paul was, does Central just crank out good running backs? Pretty much. I mean, that seems to be, as long as I've been here, that's basically been what it is, because, you know, we've had tremendous running backs. We had Cam Harris. We've had, we still have, you know, obviously Keyshawn Boyd. Mm-hmm. Now we've got Izzy Bridges.
Yeah.
It's been ridiculous. We've
Zaire
had
Thomas.
Zaire Thomas. We've had a lot of good running backs here at Cape Central, and basically. The answer to that is actually yes.
And our best dressed player of the game. That's Izzy Bridges once again this week, and Garber's Menswear are the ones that want you to know about that. The best dressed player of the game, from weddings to prom, everything in between. You want to go check them out. They're located over at the Town Plaza here in Cape. So you can also find them online. You can select all the different stuff that they have, all the different options and things that you might be looking for. garbersmenswear.com for more information on that.
So that will wrap it up for us here at Cape Central. Next week, we are on the road once again back at Sykeston to take on the Bulldogs, who are 1-1 on the year as they fell to Dexter in their ball game. And could be a good game, much better game than last year. I know Sykeston they improved last year, and it seems to be an improving team this year once again. So it could be a very good game. So we'll see how that one rolls out. Obviously, with Sykeston and Central, it's not as big of a rivalry in football as it is basketball, but still a little bit of a rivalry there between the two teams. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out and what the final score is for that one. So that'll do it for Anthony and Paul back at the station. For Chandler to my right, I'm Brian Winkler. We will see you next week in Sykeston.
You've been listening to Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Blue 42 said
This presentation of Cape Central Tigers football has been brought to you by MRV Banks, Cape Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau Honda, Garber's Menswear, Stone Mountain Flooring, Banterra Bank, and DollarSavingDeals.com. Join us next time for more Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.